Hey folks, it's Bishopheals, baby, from the ECF forums and host on Vape TV Live, baby. I am actually here today because I received an interesting package. Very, very, very freaking grandiose package. Forget about it. But hey, I took the liberty of already opening it up. I just couldn't freaking wait, that's for sure. This is from Potion Vape, baby. Forget about it. Potion Vape, I tell you. I couldn't wait. I got it out of the wrappings over here. It was so beautifully wrapped. I wish I could show you, but hey, I still got the slits from the bubble wrap. Look at that on each freaking valve. Forget about it. That's for sure. Oh, and I got Kaz on the other end over here who graciously gave me 5 valves to play with over here. Check them out.
Cos from Potion Vape here.
Here we go. We got Kaz on the line right now, baby. Forget about from Potion Vape. Order Raul Cosmin, but of course we all call him Kaz. Kaz, welcome. How you doing over there, baby?
Hey guys. Hey, hi Robert. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing freaking great, man. Freaking great. I got 5 vials from you that you actually sent me over here. Pure VG, and as many of you has already known from me on Vape TV and as well as my reviews, I've been looking for straight up good quality VG juices that will work in sub-ohm. I tell you, sub-ohm. Forget about it. So he sent me out, he reached out to me and he said, you know what, give me your address. I got some juices to send you. I want you to try them and let me know what you think. So guess what? I'm gonna let you know now what I freaking think. Forget about it. Oh, man. And, of course, to add more fuel to the fire, I got the man online, as you can see him right now. Forget about it. So, Kaz, I'm actually holding over here Meltdown. Meltdown, baby.
Meltdown. Yeah, it's one of the best-selling juices, I would say. I don't know. For some reason, everybody likes apricot. So when I say apricot, everybody's jumping on it.
Oh man, well let's see if I'm gonna be jumping on it because see I got here my Odysseus dripper, forget about it, and is she at, which I'm gonna show the ohms right now, at 0.6 ohms, baby, 0.6 ohms. Like I said, this is for sub-ohm vaping, baby, forget about it. Of course it's also good for you non-sub-ohm vapors, but I am really strictly looking for sub-ohm juices that work well, that doesn't deteriorate, doesn't get destroyed on the temperature at all. So I'm going to mount it on my Just GG, which of course, you know, I just found out by Kaz. Kaz can't get a hand on a Just GG, but we'll see about that. You know, we got to hook this guy up, all right?
I hope I get one as soon as possible.
See? Emio, you listen, Emio? Forget about it. We got a guy here in need for Just GG, baby. Forget about it. Oh, and here it is, Just GG in stainless steel with my 0.6 ohms. And we're going to be trying this Meltdown, see how it is, see how she vapes. Forget about it. Let me just tune down the music. And let's get some drops in there. What does BSP usually say? Flood the freaking thing, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Forget about it. We gotta flood the freaking thing on this. Alright, let's see. You heard it, right? It is flooded.
That sounds good, though.
Ooh, man, the amount of vapors you can see.
I can't just watch you vape. I need to vape it myself, too.
Dude, I have to tell you something. The aroma that you get as far as when you open up this vial, it is straight up apricots. I mean, I'm thinking of apricot pie, you know, like saturated flavor of apricot pie. Now, I'm not scaring everybody. It's not that I'm guessing it's about 30% in flavorings in here, but it is a nice freaking tone of freaking flavors over here. And when you vape it, when you taste it, when it goes in, It gives you that moist taste of apricot, ripe tasting apricot, and then when you're letting it out, it's just so smooth. It's a smooth vape. I'm not getting like a burn at all in the back of my throat nor in my lungs. Like for usually like heavy fruit flavors, they tend to put a lot of alcohol in it, which kind of gives you like that burning, tingling feeling, and then you have to let it air for a couple of days, and then that goes. But on this, straight off, as far as from the vial, I'm not getting that at all.
Let's exhale some marshmallow there.
Dude, I'm telling you, this thing is hitting really, really nice as far as the taste on it. And this is 100 VG at 12 nic. Let me zoom it in so people can actually see it. There we go. Potion Vape, Organtime. Now, when you go on his website, which I'll actually show you, just to give you an idea. Let's see. There's his website, potionvape.com. When we go into his premium juice lines, here's one, Cocoroons. He has the sizes to choose from the drop down, the nicotine level, and of course the e-juice line. The e-juice line, he has two of them listed, Organotime and Basic Potion. It's under my understanding that Organotime is completely organic at 100% VG. And the Basic Potion is a mixture of PG and VG. Is that right?
That's correct. And when we're talking about organotine, what most people need to understand is like even that when we say it's 100% VG, that is truly 100% VG. When we make the mix for the actual e-juice, our flavors come baseless. So you will not find any alcohol ethyl, you will not find any gamma cardia or any preservatives, colorants, anything else. It's pure wild-crafted extract. So you will get that flavor that you're looking for. That being said, when you're looking for a fruit vapor, and let's take for example a strawberry, you will not get nothing else than a strawberry. You will get the fruit of strawberry in an e-liquid. So there's going to be no strawberry candy, there will be no strawberry cake, there will be nothing that brings strawberry but has something attached to it. It will be a true, pure strawberry taste.
That's freaking great, man. That is totally awesome. Let me show them the what I found pretty impressive was that when I go on to the juice on the site, let me show them the Meltdown, for instance, the one I'm actually vaping on right now. It's you actually have listed the ingredients as vegetable, glycerin, organic, and natural flavors in water, and that's on Organotime. On also you have listed the e-juice contains small traces of alcohol or ethyl, but I don't get that burning sensation. I'm pretty sure a lot of the other vapors, they probably know what I'm talking about when I say that, is because certain flavors that have traces of alcohol in it, it gives you like a burning ingestion of the vape when you're actually inhaling it on your chest.
That is the alcohol ethyl, Robert. The alcohol ethyl is the one that gives you that burn taste. What you find in ours, and where are those small traces, is actually grain alcohol. So grain alcohol acts completely different as the ethyl. It doesn't quite burn, so it doesn't give you that sting to the throat.
Yeah, I'm not getting that on your Meltdown. So I mean, even though it's listed as saying that there's small traces of alcohol ethyl in it, I'm not getting that burn. So unless it's like the grain alcohol that's being used.
That is the one that is actually coming from the apricot. Since apricot, some people may not know, it's a little bit citrusy, And when it is cold pressed, it is cold pressed using a method of grain alcohol, and that leaves a little bit of traces in, and at the same time, they connect at a molecular level. I mean, and you cannot take them out completely, but it's completely different than the ethyl one. So because ethyl one, what it's basically used for, it's used as a base for the flower. When you buy a flavor from any store, you actually get 70, 80, 90% of alcohol ethyl and 10% of actual fruit extract. That's why they sell it in an alcohol ethyl base, because that's what carries the flavor. Now we take that 10% off flavor before they mix it, and that's what we actually use. So we don't let them mix it with the ethyl. We take them before this.
Nice, totally nice. Oh man, that thing, I'm telling you, this juice is rocking. It's not extremely overpowering compared to the smell, because on the smell from the vial, it's like so saturated in the scent, but when you're vaping it, it's different. It's a very, very smooth apricot taste. And at 0.6 ohms, she is just flourishing. It's like on steroids, I tell you. Now, that was Meltdown. Now, the next one, out of the 5, next one will be Cocoroons, baby. Cocoroons. Let me zoom it up. Check it out.
You guys are looking at a fresh macaroon taste, the one that you're getting from the bakery, and being that it's in an e-juice and it's actually being heated, you actually get that fresh worm macaroon taste when you get it right from the bakery, just made.
I'm telling. Well, I know it's macaroon, but the coconuts, man, on this, man, it's just out of this world, bro. Oof, man, I feel like I'm just diving into like coconut, man, like on a palm tree, man. Let's add some drips in there. Let's flood the freaking thing. Oh, let's see. You can actually hear it. Gurgle, gurgle. Oh, man. Now, this juice, I gotta tell you, it surprises me a lot. Because this juice, I get the smell of coconuts. I get the taste of coconuts. But I do get a little bit of vanilla. I do get something else. Very light traces of lemon in here. And it's like on a vape, I get a little bit of vanilla. Next vape, I get strong notes of coconut. So all you coconut lovers out there like me, forget about it. Ho-ho. Then once it go down under the sun, forget about it. This is a juice for you.
I can't just watch you vape it.
Dude, this thing, join me by all means, because this is a nice tropical blend, man.
I have some Meltdown in here. I put it in this morning. I have a fresh coil in with some fresh micro coil with some cotton. I just changed it, and it's just...
And you're a sub-ohm vapor, yes?
I am.
You're a sub-ohm vapor, so you're like one of the guys in the juice business that, can understand and relate. There are juices out there that just don't cut it for sub-ohms.
And what I hate most about it is that when you grow the temperature, you burn the juice.
Yes, some.
That's something that sucks. You need to vape it at a really cold, you need to have a really cold vape to get the full aroma. Well, this is not the case. I have a 0.8, I think 0.8 or 0.9 ohms here with a fresh battery, And this is also, I think it's 0.8 because it's kicked now and it's vaping with no problem whatsoever.
Oh man, dude, this thing is nice. Mm. Mm. Oh man, I'm already like drying up the wick already. I'm actually pumping here some Equal Wool right now, dual coils at 0.6, and just to being that Equal is not VG friendly, that's why I mounted it on here to give it a little bit more of a challenge, and it's saturating it just fine. Oh, and the hints of the flavors are not even like, I don't find them to be broken up in any way. So far, the 2 vials out of the 5. But that's Cocoroon. And the next one we got up here is Yellow Berry. Yellow Berry. Let me zoom that in so you guys can take a closer look at it. There it is, Yellow Berry, full VG, 100% VG, 12 Nick. And of course, as you guys noticed, there is my name. My name is on the label, which is pretty neat, that's for sure. When I saw it, I totally enjoyed it. And the next thing I also enjoyed that many juice vendors don't do is this. You see that? It says created on October 8th. Now, however, I did let these vials steep just a little bit. Normally, as people know, I like to let things steep for at least a month to give it a go. But this one, I needed to try it sooner than a month, that's for sure, because I was told that it was delicious. So, being that it's delicious to me, that is aces in my book to actually give it a try. Forget about it ahead of time. So I can't wait to see how these flavors will taste in a month from now. But it's only been about 12 days since I've got them, so
they will improve. We actually recommended about not more than a week and a half. I would say after a week, they are fully vapable with no problems whatsoever, and you will still get the full flavor on it. But of course, like with any juice, let it more and more steep. Those flavors will actually combine together. Now, when you vape a single flavor, a week, it's perfect. When you just purchase a strawberry because you just want to taste the strawberry, and you get it, a week is more than enough to just let it steep, because what you need actually is for the flavor to combine with the nicotine. There's no other flavors in there that you need them to let them combine themselves. So a week, I would say not more than that for a single flavor. For the signature lines, which is a more complex flavor, a week and a half should do it.
Alright, I just finished dripping on here. I had to finish drying off the previous juice. Let me add a few more drops in there, and I'll tell you what I think. Alright, the first hit I get is lemon. Straight up lemon. I tell you, like lemon gelato. Forget about it. This thing is hitting like lemons. It has berry flavor to it. Raspberry, that's for sure. But after those 3 hits that I'm actually getting right now, I'm getting a mixture of lemon. Then I get a mixture of raspberry. Then... It changes on every vape. It's not consistent lemon, consistent raspberry. It's like a mixture, okay, which is a good vape to me, because every vape I'm getting off of this is a mixture of the 2 flavors. And it's like what someone mentioned to me, it's kind of like Starburst, okay? When you're chewing on Starburst, you get different flavors every time when you're sucking on it. So suck on one of these.
It's like a gum. It's like a multi-layer gum. When you get one in your mouth, you start chewing it first, you get the first flavor, and as they mix, you start getting more and more.
Yeah. And the amount of vapor that it's producing is just insane. I mean, totally insane. Oh man, I gotta water down my palate again. Unbelievable. Wow. Totally, totally. I just dried up the wick. Which brings me ready for the next juice. Well, that was yellow berry. Next one, we're going to do caramel turtle, baby. Caramel turtle. Oh. Let's take a wolf out of that. Woo! I'm telling you, it smells like peanut butter. It totally, totally smells like saturated peanut butter, man. Like being in public school, you know, and you get those peanut butter sandwiches, but with no jam in it, that's for sure. I'm not getting any jam. But let's see. I'm going to put some drops in here. Let's see. Let's flood the freaking thing again.
And you are at sub-ohm now.
Yeah, I'm at sub-ohms. 0.6, baby. 0.6. I showed it right there in the multimeter. Oof, man. Nice vape. Good vape. Now this you do get caramel. It's flooded. Which is good. And I do taste pecan. And it just blends so well together. I mean, it smells like peanut butter from the vial, but it doesn't taste like peanut butter. Excellent vape, excellent taste. It's not an overpowering taste of caramel, and it doesn't give me like a diacetyl cream type of taste at all. So, which is really good. But does this have diacetyl?
No.
Okay.
None of our juices have any diacetyl in them. That's why it's mainly our reason why we haven't got into the custard land yet.
Okay.
And I will say this, I don't like to say it because people will get another idea. There are flavors out there like caramel, to say, that are not, they will ask, well, I know they're organic, but how can this be natural? Well, maybe, and I would just put it out there, maybe it's a mixture of something that is natural that brings you to the caramel taste. So
I can get that. I could totally understand that. I mean, that's why bars are so successful, man, as far as making cocktail drinks, man. It's a mixture of so many flavors. You get something else out of it, you know? It's just like colors, man. Mixing two sets of colors, you get a third color.
Exactly. And there's a lot of flavors there that can be mixed, you know, together and just bring a complete other palette out of them.
Oh man, this thing is beautiful. And this brings me almost to the final bottle, but I'm just trying to get the rest of this juice. It is so tasty. It's very, very tasty. Caramel lovers will definitely enjoy this. Very, very, very delicious. Next one, last one but not least, which I really like, is the way how he decorated it. He actually added this. Check this out. Let me zoom this in. Dear Robert, we hope you enjoy it. As an added love note. Forget about it. How could I not? But we'll see. I hope it does justice, I tell you.
I forgot to write that. Forget about it.
This one is Caribbean Delight. Let me zoom that in for you. There it is. 100% VG, 12 milligrams. And there's my note. Forget about it. Oh. So let's shake this up. Woo! I am smelling coconut. Another coconut blend. I love it. I love coconut. Forget about it. Oh man, I can't say no to that. Dripping, dripping. Flood the freaking thing. Yes, BSP, I hear you in my ears, man. Flood the freaking thing. I'm doing it, buddy. See, you hear that? It's flooding. And this is the power of the Just GG. As you can see, it's flooded, and there is no liquid coming out because it's housing it in the collector tank, baby. Like a drip shield.
Well, I don't know that, Robert, because I don't have a Just GG, so...
We'll talk to Vasilis. Forget about it. If Bruce don't have them in stock, we'll get you one from Vasilis. That's
They're
for
sold
sure.
out, and by the time I actually
Really?
had time to go online and look for one, they were out of it.
Don't worry. I'm on. I talk to Vasilis on a first name basis. Forget about it. I talk to him like every freaking day. You will get one. Forget about it.
Thank you. I cannot wait to post a video of it.
But you got to get the Ithaca though. It's.
Oh, I
slamming
do
on
have the Ithaca. I do have it.
You do have the
I
Ithaca.
do have it, and for some reason I use it on a Chi-Yu, which does not make any justice, I know. And I was hoping for the past 3 months to get a Just GG, and then for some reason, I don't know how I missed the fact that they had a pre-sale on them, and I realized this on the 3rd or the 4th of September. And then again, when Bruce emailed me that they're online, I went there a couple of hours later, and they were sold out of them.
Don't worry. I have a few people that's also waiting on them. So what I'll do is I'll contact Vasilis and I'll email. I'll put them on with your header, and we'll get you one. Matter of fact, I'll even talk to Emil personally and have him to see if he can actually send them one, if he has an extra one laying around. This thing is hitting like a freight train right now. Oh my god. Oh, good vapor. The taste, I'm telling you, it's coconut with pineapple. Oh, forget about it. It's like a virgin pina colada.
Without the rum.
Without the rum. That's exactly what I get out of here. But
And you can actually drive and vape with no problems whatsoever.
oh yeah, they can pull me over all they want, and they have because of the vapor, thinking it was something else. And until I showed them, they're like, "What is that?" Electronic cigarette, baby. Forget it, man. It's Just GG, man. Oh, unbelievable. I don't know how it is in your neck of the woods over there, but over here, they have a habit of pulling me over because of the vaping production. So when I have a heavy foot, I can't vape when I have a heavy foot.
It's the same.
Really?
It's just a
I get strong traces of coconut, very light traces of pineapple. Then when I vape on the 3rd time, I get a little bit stronger notes of pineapple than coconut. It likes to play. Tongue hockey, I tell you. Tongue hockey. But it is a very, very, it blends extremely well together, the coconut and the pineapple. But I like it the way how it's just different every time when I'm vaping it. You know, maybe if I shake the vial a little bit more, maybe it'll even it out a little. But I like it like this. Oh,
So
man.
did we surprise you, Robert?
Oh yeah, you did. You did surprise me. It was a wonderful, wonderful package. I am digging all 5 juices, and I noticed you have. I was looking on your website, and I see you have a lot more juices.
We do have an extensive catalog on them. What we could have went out with just the signature line, which is 8 or 9 flavors, the more complex flavors that we have, which is a really good juice. But then we thought, and we sit down and we think there are people out there who are looking for one flavor, and those people need to buy a strawberry or a raspberry from another vendor that it doesn't taste like the real fruit. It tastes like a cake, or it tastes like a concoction of something else. So we said, let's go back and let's try to reimagine the one flavor juices, and let's do those one flavor juices as perfect as we can make them. So we came out with just the fruits line, which is just one flavor. There's nothing else in it. You will not get any notes of anything else. But the fruit that you're looking at, it's actually what you will vape. It's like when you want to vape a red apple, you will get a red apple. And I say this because we have two apples. We have the green apple, and the green apple is that sour, a little bit sourish taste, and the red apple is that sweet, sweet red apple that you get when you take your first bite out of it, juicy and sweet at the same time.
Now, I have a question because I was reading that your ingredients are fresh. Can you describe some of your distilling process as far as what's being done with your organic tobacco, nicotine, and flavorings? A little bit of the process.
Of how the flavors are being made?
Yeah.
So, our flavors are made using the cold press technique. What that means is that they're actually, the actual fruit is being taken, and it's being squeezed somehow into this extract that comes out of the fruit. Now that extract needs to be separated because a lot of fruits contain water and the actual flavor. So the extract is being separated from the water, and that extract is just pure wild-crafted fruit. Well, that is what we use. We take that and we do not dilute it in anything else. We do not use alcohol as a suspension. We did not use gamma cadia or anything else. So that fruit is just, taken as it is and being mixed with the flavors. We receive this in a fresh, state, and we don't use any preservatives, to it. But mixed with the VG, and if you're going for the basic line, the PG, that is actually the base that will keep them from getting spoiled. The same like other vendors are selling the flavors in a PG base. Well, us by adding the VG and nicotine, that would be the fruit base to it.
That's the way how it gets preserved, I guess, from adding the nicotine.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And
And
you
the
have
nicotine
organic
and the
flavors.
VG, that will keep the actual flavor up.
And that's pretty much the organic line.
That is the organic line. And the basic potion line is a mix of PG and VG. We state that it's a mix of 50-50, but with different flavors, we adopt different levels. And I'm not saying different levels now, 70-30. I am saying 55, 45. I'm saying 53 sometimes. So it's just small variations on this, but pretty much we try to keep it at a balanced rate of 50-50 for the people that are not allergic and that are actually looking for that bigger throat hit. Now the flavors are a little bit increased on the organotine line, just because, as everyone knows, the flavors are losing a little bit of consistency being put in the VG. So we do have a little bit raised flavors in the organotine. So compared to the basic potion and the organotine, you will get the same flavor. You will not get any new flavor out of them, as Robert can probably tell you guys because he's vaping on them. So you will get the same flavor as in the PG VG, but without the PG.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything as far as PG. I mean, I'm not getting itchiness, and I'm chain vaping right now, and it's very, very smooth, a very comfortable vape at sub ohms. And if I were to go into, let's reduce the voltages, let's say, let me put it on the Cyborg, and I can reduce it from the 22 watts to something a little less. If I go down, let's say, to 15 watts, which will give me about, let's see, I'm putting it on the Cyborg now. And let's make it 18 watts.
We try to keep the consistency the same depending on the wattage. And what is more increased with the wattage on our juices is actually the temperature of the vape. But of course, as different flavors react to different variations of temperature, you will get different notes from different wattages. Like you will get probably more pineapple on a lower wattage and higher coconut, just because pineapple tends to evaporate a little bit quicker than the coconut at a higher temperature. So we'll get a little bit more coconut at higher wattage than you get pineapple.
Yeah, now I am getting more pineapple at 15
exactly.
watts. And I mean, I did the review at sub ohms, and now I'm gonna play it at a little bit less in temperature. Let me see. I wanted to try the Cocoroons at lower temperature, and that also has coconut in it.
What you will feel in Cocoroons at the lower wattage, you will probably get a little bit more of a vanilla hint on it than you get the coconut.
Yeah, I don't get much coconut now.
Coconut tends to burn a little bit harder. So we try to balance this for new vapors who are looking for great vapes. We say at 8 to 12 watts. That will probably be what most of you guys are vaping, and myself too. I'm at about 11.5. I would say then you will get the whole palette of the flavors. But again, if you want to experiment, you will not get the burn taste, but you will get different notes on different wattages. So you can have the same juice, and at higher wattages you can say that it's another juice because it's basically changing notes.
That's what I'm getting right now. I just reduced it to 11 watts, and it's giving me something different. But what I enjoy most is that on sub ohms, it tastes delicious. I don't find it that it's breaking the taste, and giving the option that for people that are not on sub ohms to actually experience the juice in a different way is also a plus.
Yes, because all the new vapors will probably at some point get to higher wattages and new builds. I started myself with a blue cig like everybody else, and after a day or two I moved to a 510, and then probably in the next month I moved to an Ego, and then I discovered the Ego C twist, and then I got into rebuildables, and then I started to actually discover that flavors tend to taste different and how they do. So when we test them, we do test them in all of the devices. We test them in Egos with EVODs on them, then we taste them in dripping atomizers, and then we move to K-Funds and regulated devices, unregulated devices, because we're trying to put down exactly what everyone will get from it, but at the same time you want the same taste to stay consistent.
Yeah, what I'm noticing is that a lot of vendors, they produce juices, and these vendors are new, and some of them are not into RBAs. And being that they're not into RBAs, they can make fantastic juices for regular 306s, 510 devices, and when you pump them into sub ohms, some will work, some don't. Some just break. It's like a burnt taste. It's a horrible liquid of a vape. And
Exactly, and it's amazing at 8 to 9 watts. It's just great.
yeah, yeah, and it's just a matter of them learning how to make the juice for sub ohms, because there is a huge population of vapors out there that vape at sub ohms. I mean, it's not unrealistic. It's not that it's not safe if it's done right. I mean, same thing with cooking. I mean, if you don't know how to cook, you end up burning the kitchen. It's no different. You got to know, you got to learn how to do these things. But if you're a sub ohm vapor, an experienced sub ohm vapor, we're always challenged finding good juices, good organic juices that would
And
actually work
also,
well.
with the experience, as they grew up and they grow into more and more flavors, what and I'm trying to say that I'm an expert on it, but I learned it on my own skin. You're trying to start to understand that you cannot just combine flavors and just expect it to taste good. Even if they do, when you are thinking about sub ohms and higher wattages, you need to think what flavors at what temperature will break down, so you know what to give the sub-ohm, vapors. So like with the Caribbean Delight, it's great at 8, 9 watts, but when you go up 15, 18, you need to know that coconut will burn higher and you will get a more coconut in, and pineapple will be a little bit on the undernote. So you need to understand how flavors burn at different levels of temperature, so you can combine them in that way that they are great at sub ohms and also in a regular device.
That's the thing. I mean, some of them experimented and they gave me certain juices that it was just blah blah blah. Okay, like it just didn't do justice. Or if it did do justice after 5 days, it was just horrible. You know, like after it was steeped, it's just horrible. Some of them are overpowering. They added a lot of flavor into it, and it's just not there. So at least some of the vendors, I'm not going to mention who, they started getting into RBAs, and I've been helping them do the dual coils for like zero point 0.6 ohms, zero point 0.7 ohms, zero point 0.8 ohms, and now they started trying to create juices that will work with that. And I guess it's like what you say, because of the temperature. There's certain temperatures and certain flavors that will evaporate quicker than others, and it's a matter of knowing how to balance them together.
Exactly. If I would have a strawberry with a coconut in the Caribbean Delight, or no, a strawberry with a pineapple, which they both taste great at lower wattages, when you go at 18, you'll not feel anything, just VG. And you will say, well, wait, this juice, I barely get hints of it. And that's because both of those flavors are great at lower wattages. So you need to find the notes that are great in both, in both low and both high.
Yeah, I'm just nuts with the Cocoroons right now. These Cocoroons are just, oh man, the macaroon of it is just unbelievable. I mean, I was playing it on the Cyborg for lower temperature, and now I'm unbelievable. Like, you would go on the Cyborg for higher temperature, right? So I actually went on it to reduce it, just to see the difference, and it's a wonderful vape. Now you can hear it flooding, right?
You will get a little bit. You will get a little bit of the marshmallow hint in the lower wattage, just because, as it is in reality, the marshmallow burns when you put it in the fire.
It's an immaculate vape. It's a very clean vape. It's very delicious. You know, I just hope that other vendors do the same thing. You know, start experimenting. You know, juices that will work at sub ohms, because there is a large population of vapors out there that they do rebuildables, and they're always at, you know, 0.9, 0.8 ohms, and some of them at 0.6 or even lower on mesh. On mesh for dual coils, you'll be at 0.4 ohms very easily, because that will give you a consistent vape of 0.7, 0.6 on silicone wire. You know, so it's really depending on the atomizer that you're using. But on this one, I can't really go lower than 0.6, otherwise I'm going to be torching the tongue, you know?
Yeah, and when you combine those flavors, you actually need to think about mesh too. The fact that the wicking of the mesh is different that is on the echo and silica. And if you don't have the right balance to it, you would only get dry burns out of it. I vape mesh. I like, silica. I love eco wool, and now I just got into the cotton lately, and I'm just really, really liking it. But I find myself that if I don't balance, and I'm saying this because I'm trying always new flavors, our mixologist is always coming up with, I would say weekly, with a couple of, flavors that never see the sunlight. And this is the reason why they don't. Not because they don't taste great, they taste amazing on an ego.
Uh-huh.
When I put them on a dripping, or when I go in a Genesis, it's just not the same. So I want to have that consistency in vape. When you go from a mesh to a twist, I could just drain my liquid now and go into a pro tank and still taste the same.
Man, I don't know if you'll be able to share the secret, but as far as like, is there like a calculator you use just for the sub ohms, as far as knowing how much of what to put in? I mean, it's okay if you don't want to share. That's
It's not a calculation. What it is you need to basically understand each flavor. And I would say this because, like I said, strawberry goes really good with pineapple, and it's an amazing mix. It tastes really good, and it tastes really good on an ego. But when I put it in a sub ohm, I don't get any hints of it because it burns before I actually get it into my mouth. So for that reason, I will never mix a strawberry with a pineapple. Even if it tastes great, I don't want to sell it because I might get, I don't know, 10 customers that are buying it and using it in a pro tank, but I will get 2 that are buying it for a sub ohm. And those 2, they will not be happy with. So I don't want to, even if I can come up with new flavors, I will not come up with the flavors that will not meet both worlds out of it. And I'm saying this because I do have an extensive catalog of flavors, and there are so many vendors there. And I like to keep it the same for lower wattage as for the higher wattage in the flavors that I can actually make in both categories. If you want something else, of course, there are all these vendors out there that can provide you juice, and you should not put all your eggs in one basket. So you should always experiment with new vendors and try something else. And I'm still trying to find not a calculation. I'm trying to find the fine line between these two, and when I will find it, I'm sure that I will share it with you guys, because of course it will probably involve like percentages and how much from each. So I will probably be able to share it with you once I have this finalized and pinned down.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if there was a way, like vendors would give a selection for sub ohm vapors, like this is a juice line for that. If they're using the same base, let's say, if it is organic, it's just a matter of putting in how much of that juice, into the base.
I can tell you this. The alcohol is probably one of the main reasons that the juices did not taste good at a higher wattage or at a sub ohm builds. That's probably one of the main reasons.
So that's why it's complicated just to have an identical line
that's
for. That's part of the
probably
base. That's part of the base of the fruit flavors that you would probably take to use.
Yeah, that's why I would put it number one problem. I would put it on the alcohol, because the alcohol evaporates so quickly, even if you let the bottle just sit there, and it will do this much quicker when you have it in a burning chamber. So that evaporating with the flavor in it that has already been mixed does not go good with.
Now, when you speak of alcohol, you're talking about the grain alcohol, or
I'm talking about alcohol in general. I'm talking about in my experience with ethanol.
Okay.
My experience with ethanol. And I don't know about other vendors. I'm saying in my
Right.
case, a lot of flavors coming to a Gamma Caria, which is not bad, I think, but that is probably one of the most reasons too. Most vendors look at the flavors if they're natural or not, and if they're food grade. And Gamma Caria, it is food grade, but it cannot be used in an e-juice. It can never be used in an e-juice. I mean, I would never use it.
Gotcha. That's understandable. So, and where are you located?
I'm in Chicago, downtown Chicago.
Nice, nice. So that, which DG and Taz are also in Chicago.
Yes, I actually been last week. Yeah, last week we've been to the meet. We went there for the past couple months. They greet us with open arms. We're friends with Dee and Taz also. And Dee, she is very allergic to PG.
Say yes.
She just erupts into just blisters all over. So
Yes.
when I gave her a bottle the first time and I said, this is VG 100%, please, try it. And she put it on her hand a little bit.
Oh, it'll turn red.
She put it on her hand, and then after 15 minutes, she came to me and she's like, I don't see any reactions. I would be like, oh, blisters now. And I said, well, yes, because I told you it's 100% VG. And she said, yeah, but other vendors say it's 100% VG, but there's still small traces.
They're very skeptic.
Like, well,
they're very skeptic, and they should be, because
exactly,
they opened up a store,
exactly.
and they want to make sure they have stuff that's right for the customers. And she's allergic to PG. Like I'm very sensitive to PG, and I didn't know until I was in the hospital. That's when I figured it out. The doctors figured it out. They would tell me what I eat. I said I really didn't eat anything. I was just e-cig, vaping, and I had to bring in the vial. They tested it, they analyzed it, and they told me it was the PG. So, and that's what I get very upset with vendors. There's some vendors, I'm not going to name who, but it's like when a consumer like myself go on their website and we look at flavors, and doesn't give us a choice for the bases. I would send them an email and I would say, listen, I'm interested in this flavor and I am allergic to PG. I'm interested in find out what is your base, what base you're using, because I'm sensitive to PG. And their response, some of them will respond to me very, very hostile. Like they'll say, why you're interested in the base? Well, I sent you an email that I'm allergic to it. Literally. And you're asking me, why am I interested in the base? Another response would be, we can't give you that information. How could you not give me that information? I'm not trying to duplicate your juice. I'm a customer. I'm trying to purchase a juice, and I need to know because of allergic reactions. And these are the things I get. So I can imagine other vapors out there having the same freaking problem. And there are some vendors that will be polite enough to say, okay, what levels are you allergic to? Okay, I understand. They don't want to give me a percentage, but they want to know what can I vape? And I tell them 100 VG or maybe 80 VG. Anything below that, I'll have a problem. My skin will blow up. It has on Vape TV. People have seen it. So it happens. So it's you. On the other hand, you're a vendor that you won't even mind, and you would actually just disclose that information, which I like.
Well, I don't mind because this is something you're actually inhaling. So. And besides the fact you're inhaling, you want to know how it's made. A lot of times I got a bottle of e-juice that just says berries. And I'm like, okay, berries, but what kind of berries, first of them? And second of them, what's the ratio of the PG-VG? Is it 30? Is it 20? And I'm saying this also, I learned this myself because my girlfriend, who's also, vaping, she's allergic to PG, not a lot, but she cannot take, like you, more than 20, maximum 30%. So I always need to investigate when the easiest way would be to just write on the bottle. PG, VG, 2080 or 100% VG, and exactly what you're using. You're not giving me your recipe by just saying on the bottle the ingredients on it. I'm not asking you to disclose how you're mixing and the percentages of the flavors inside, and I'm just asking you to give me the basic information so
Right.
I know exactly what I'm using.
That's all what I asked. That's pretty much what I ask, and some of them they're just very poor in customer service skills.
That
They
wouldn't
just don't
save you
know
a lot of time than just email them and asking all this, then just, I don't know, say it on the bottom, the whole
the
information.
bottle on the website.
Or on the website,
Right.
exactly.
Like on your website, I'll click on a flavor and it'll tell me what it actually has, which is really really nice. I mean, here let me just show the viewers at home. Here's one flavor in particular, which I tried today, which was the caramel turtle. Here we go. I'm zooming it in, and as you can see here, it says over here, pecan meats with caramel turtle that will slow down your day. Ingredients: vegetable, glycerin, organic, and natural flavors. Water. The seed juice contains small traces of alcohol ethyl. However, if you select organotine, then that's 100 VG, which is the drop-down
Does not
selection.
have any PG in it, yes.
Right. So, which is good. I mean, I do understand with the alcohol ethyl, like you mentioned, because being that the flavors are pressed, they're there's small traces. You get the water out, even though they may have some water. That's why you're saying that it has
Here are
water.
the traces of grain alcohol.
Okay, grain alcohol. And as far as like certain flavors that you mentioned, that when you press them, there's like water already in the juice that you're separating.
Well, yeah. Every fruit, when you cold press it, it results into the extract, which contains water. Well, that water needs to be, separated from the extract, so you can use only the extract.
But you can't really separate the whole thing. Otherwise, you're left with like pulp.
Cannot separate because this is made for some of the fruits. This is made using grain alcohol. You cannot 100% separate the alcohol from the actual flavor. Now, my guarantee by the company that manufactured this is that the alcohol level is under 3%. So the alcohol level is under 3% from the flavor. Now, thinking that flavor is in a couple percentage in that full bottle, you are at a content of alcohol of about 0 point something 1% at maximum. So from a 15 ml bottle, you have an insanely small percent of alcohol. That's why you cannot even smell it. It doesn't smell like alcohol.
No, it doesn't. I don't smell no alcohol whatsoever when I opened up the bottles. Like certain juices, you get like that, like from Perfume Apprentice, like that scent, that smell. And I
And
don't.
you need to let them sit open so the alcohol can evaporate.
I don't get that on here. I don't get that on here.
This is not the case.
Yeah, this isn't the case for that. So it doesn't have. There's a few people that I know. They're actually, I'm blessed. I don't have that allergic reaction, or I'm sensitive to certain alcohols because they say they can't ingest, breathe in as far as some of those flavors with the perfume, alcoholic smell, and with the
Yes,
vape,
and I
it
do have
burns.
a couple of clients who are allergic. But now I need to point this out too, Robert. The allergy again is to alcohol ethyl. So when you have alcohol ethyl, that is where the allergy comes from, not from the grain alcohol.
Okay.
Because I do have customers who contacted me and told me they are very allergic to alcohol ethyl, and I told them it's grain, and they tried it and they have no reaction whatsoever. And again, the amount of alcohol is beyond low to even be traceable in the full bottle.
Okay, and of course, if it does have a little bit of alcohol ethyl, you'll put it on the website.
Exactly, it's disclosed under the content, and if you need a reassurance, you can always email us or call us at the office and ask us about each flavor in particular.
That's totally awesome. Totally awesome. Now, not to derail it, but I need to ask. Vapercon. You're coming to Vapercon, yes?
Yes, Vapercon. We said that we will come to each vape convention for the past months. ECC, we wanted to go so bad. It passed. We did not make it. We wanted so bad. The problem is we had so much to work that we could not take 3 days off. Vapetoberfest just passed again. We could not make it, but we did already buy our plane tickets for Vapercon. So it's more than 90% sure that we're coming this year.
Excellent. I mean, I know it's already like all the vendors are probably already sold out on the tables and everything for
Yes,
Vapercon.
well, we will come. We will not sell anything. We will have sample with us for our friends and for everyone who wants to try it. I'm pretty sure that I heard there is a sample table there that will have some of the juices for you if you want to drip in your atomizer and taste them and see how they are. So we will not sell anything. We just come to socialize and meet all you guys, whoever will be able to make it. See you, Robert. So we will be there in both days. I hope to see everyone there. And if you see me, ask for a sample.
Well, I can give you a heads up. I want to try your mint line. I want to try the mint line. Lately, I've been on a craze because of Dino. He got me hooked on a certain mint flavor, and now I'm like going all minty.
Well, unfortunately, I will not be able in advance to put everyone's name on the label.
No, it's okay.
I do not know who's gonna.
It's okay. It's okay.
But it will say Vapercon, so you will know where you receive them.
That would be freaking great. That'd be awesome. I'm supposed to arrive there Thursday, early Thursday afternoon. So I can't really wait. I can't wait for Vapercon. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be fun. Seeing friends, old friends, faces I haven't seen in a while since Vape Bash. It's just freaking great and awesome, man. I think DG and Taz are setting up an event for close by in December.
Yes, they mentioned something, and also everybody's waiting for the other, Vape Bash next year.
Yeah.
We will participate in Vape Bash. Being in Chicago, it would be a shame not to be there. We will have a booth. We already spoke, so we're looking forward to that event, and we're looking forward to welcome everyone here. By that time, we hope that our second lab will be finished.
Okay.
And when we finish that, we would like to invite everyone and actually see the manufacturing plant, because so many people are actually hiding of how they're making their juice. So I would like to actually invite everyone and see exactly what we're building.
Nice. Well, I'll definitely like to take a gander at that. That's for sure. Forget about it. Oh man, that would be totally neat. I'm no stranger in the DIY department. So, man, it's like lock me into a kitchen, man. Forget it. I'll be cooking you young. Let me tell you, forget about it. You're there with a full belly. I mean, look at me. Man, I love to eat. That's for sure.
Well, we can't wait for Vape Bash. Until then, I hope I see everyone at Vapercon. Also, I heard Vapercon West will be pretty soon.
Yeah, that one, Grim Green is doing it.
Yeah, we will probably be there too. So if you can't make it to the East one,
I'm gonna look into it. I gotta get the information on it and see if I'm able to, through my schedule, make the trip to go out there. That's for sure. Because I like to see Fortuna and Scruff. They're all the way out in those neck of the woods.
Yes.
They're nice people too. I wish I would be able to see them for Vapercon, but they're expecting, so they're getting a new member of the family.
Oh, so, congratulations to them.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I can't wait. I really can't wait to see them. That's for sure. They're great people. But I just wanted to keep this interview short and sweet. But I want to say thank you for coming and explaining some of your juice lines and everything. It was a pleasure talking to you.
For having us, Robert.
Oh, anytime. I am totally really digging your juice. That's for sure.
We are coming with something. We are coming with something really big on the market. I cannot disclose what it is, but Robert will will find out pretty soon what it is about. I can tell you this. In the industry of e-juice has not been done yet.
See, I'm all for innovation.
And I have not heard about it yet. And maybe someone else thought about it, but they haven't done it. So
that's how I do with my coils, man. When I do my coils, they never done things that I do. You know, even when they learn, they still can't do it. But they get close every time they do it. You know, so I'm all for originality. It gotta be original, and it gotta be inspiring, and it gotta be innovative, and it also has to be safe. That's for sure. You know, and I'm totally digging your juices. I am very grateful that you sent them to me. And I can't wait to taste them. I'm going to leave some so they can steep a little longer because I'm dying to taste them, you know, as far as in a month. Because steeping, it just, forget about it. It gives you that nice aroma that, I mean, you know, if only you can see this. I mean, from vendors sending me, see, I got boxes full of juice. From vendors sending me juices left and right. And it's like I let them steep sometimes, and I keep dabbling. I just keep dabbing, and it changes. Some of them flourishes, some of them go down.
Well, for everyone that sends juices, I need to say this: try and send VG.
Yeah.
we want Robert on the air. So. And you know what? Let's all disclose what's inside of it, so we don't rush into the hospital in the middle of the review.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be putting up a thing later on. I don't know, maybe by the tail end of this year, to do a juice off. You know, so I'm gonna have vendors, you know, pretty much sending in as far as their juices, and we'll be trying them and see which one is the creme a la creme. You know,
you know what I was thinking, Robert? In all this Vapercon and ECC and Vapetoberfest, why don't we do something for our mixologists like a Hell's Kitchen? Let's give them 5 flavors, put them on a table, and see what they're coming up with.
I said that on Vape TV. Yeah.
That would be the most awesome thing to actually happen. Let's see what the mixologist can come up in 60 minutes.
Yeah, that would be freaking phenomenal. Yeah. Unfortunately, steeping is out the window.
Well, we can spot, and also there's only the ultrasonic steeping that it's available, and brings up more a little bit.
Ultrasonic
and they can be created, labeled, and a month later it can be made a video about it. But it would be cool to just see them.
Yeah, that's something that's
drops
something,
and just.
I would be really interested in that. I know of a few vendors that will probably, will love a showdown.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be one hell of a showdown. Yeah, man. Yeah, Hell's Kitchen or what's it called? Master Chef. It's like a Master Chef's version of DIY. That's
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. But who is that master DIY juice maker? Mixologist that we like to call. That's it. They got a battle with a mixologist, king or queen.
You need to find out.
That's it. We gotta do something like that. That would be totally stunning. I would think. Getting at least 4 or 5 master mixologists and then having people challenge them as far as in the juice. That's something. That would be.
Because
something.
I know people are mixing juices on their own, and they're also mixing 2 juices together. I had people who mixed Caribbean Delight with a little bit of the yellowberry just to see what they're getting, and like it. So it would just be interesting to see something new coming on.
That would be nice. That's something we can definitely talk about. That's for sure. Oh man. So I don't want to take up much of your time. I just want to say thank you for coming and letting us have your expertise as far as on your e-juice line. It's totally delicious. It's something that, for anyone that's looking for sub-ohm vaping juices to really take a look at. I'll leave his link to his website in the description of the YouTube video. So I want to say thank you, Cos. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Robert.
No problem. I would be definitely seeing you at Vapercon. I can't wait. That's for sure.
I hope to see everyone there. And again, if you see me, track me down because I have some goodies in my pocket.
I like that. I like that. You know, we're gonna have to do something because I don't think the bar is gonna be open in time. You know, I think they're fighting for a liquor license right now. So
I know. Well, I think we will see a lot of videos of us around Vapercon,
I
and
think
not in the hotel, maybe outside.
no. I'm telling the women, bring your biggest bags. You know, the ones that you could fit a normal truck in. We'll build filling them with vodka bottles, rum bottles. That's it, and everyone
What
with
I
red
heard,
cups.
they let you have a white. They let you have a white glass.
Yeah, they'll let you have your cups. Bring in red cups, and we'll
But
make
no
our own
label,
juice.
no beer cans, nothing.
No
like
beer
that.
cans, nothing like that. But Lou did say that they're trying to get the liquors license. As far as before the show, but we don't know what's going to happen. So that's the only thing. So it's a matter of taking a pit spot as far as on the local liquor store, pick up some bottles, bring it into the place in women's bags. That's it.
Yeah.
It's the only way because they won't let you in. Like if they see you walk in with a bottle of liquor, they won't let you in the hotel.
Or in the 60 mils e-liquid bottles. What you got there? Some Meltdown?
Forget about it. Oh man, it's definitely gonna be fun.
I see you guys there.
Absolutely. So take care. I'll talk to you in a little bit. But so folks, that was it. That was Cos. Forget about it. A nice guy as you saw. And these juices are great for sub-ohms as well as for people that are not doing sub-ohms. But it's wonderful to have a juice line that it doesn't break, as you can see. I mean, it vapes. Oh man, I could damn these coconuts, I tell you. Holy shit, these nuts are driving me crazy right now. Forgot about it. So with that, I'm gonna let you guys go. Live hard, baby, and vape hard. Forget about it.